Mary, we have mostly good news from Jersey City Medical Center. There are 51 people being treated for injuries here, but 40 of them have minor injuries. In fact, they were brought in on a bus and they walked into the hospital, and they're being triaged here right now. They were triaged also at the scene, but they're getting checked out here again. About 40 people described as walking wounded, and we spoke with one of them a short time ago. His name is Mike Scelzo, and he was in that very first car. And there are 8 other people being treated here for more serious injuries. 3 people with what are described as trauma injuries. One of them is in surgery. One of them is in intensive care. And the people that have been coming out who have been treated for those minor injuries, we've been hearing from them, just describing that jolt. The gentleman who was in that very first car said he didn't know what to think in these times that we're living in right now, if this was an explosion or a crash. But let's hear what he had to say.
We're riding along. I was talking with the person that I rode in with, and then suddenly everything just stopped really harshly. Got a little bit dark. I noticed there were things kind of falling from the ceiling. Things falling from the ceiling, and there was just a haze of kind of smoke. And then everything was dusty and dirty, and you know, people started, I think a few started crying, a few started screaming, but not screams of, it didn't feel like there were screams of hurt, it was more screams of shock. And then, you know, basically we pulled an emergency window open and started climbing out.
Now, he says that bruise that you saw on his face was from debris falling on him, but otherwise, he says he was fine. Very, very lucky. He feels incredibly lucky. He says no one was standing near him in that car. Some people had actually gotten out at Secaucus. A lot of people had gotten on as well. He said it was a packed car, but there weren't people standing near him who were jolted. I did speak with people in other cars who were standing and who were jolted, but in that very first car, he said that everyone seemed to be okay. There were some people with more serious injuries, but again, he was feeling very lucky. And I spoke with a woman who was in the 4th car who says she normally takes that first car, gets in that first car because it's the quiet car, but it was so crowded today that she didn't. She got into the 4th car. She was jolted. She said she just has a bruised foot and she's fine and she's feeling fortunate, but she is terrified about taking the train again. We're live here at Jersey City Medical Center, and they're going to have another update, and we will bring that to you. We'll bring you the latest information. Chris and Mary.
All right, Sonia.